Today's video is about how would you know if feedback that you're getting is actually useful for your career. It's a really, really important topic because I can almost guarantee everybody watching this video, you right now watching this video, has had a situation where you make a track, you show your girlfriend, you show your family, you show your friends, you show somebody the track who you know, and because they love you and they care about you, they give you nothing but praises. 2 thumbs up, they love it, they think it's awesome, and they can hear it on TV, right? You probably heard that one. Oh, I could definitely hear this on a commercial. I could hear this on a car commercial or in a TV show. Almost every producer, myself included, have gotten that kind of feedback from our friends and family. And it's no dig against the people that love you, that are supporting you, because they're just trying to give you that encouragement and to say, keep going. I like what you're doing. I like that you're choosing and pursuing your passion. That's really admirable, right? So this is not a dig against anybody in your family. But the danger in that kind of feedback with your music consistently, right? You get this all the time. This is kind of all you get from people around you. This is great. This is awesome. I could hear this on TV. Well, the minute that you go and then submit your tracks to a library and get rejected, or get rejected multiple times, or let's say you get accepted but your tracks aren't getting placed, is all of that sort of positive feedback didn't do you any good, because it basically was giving you the wrong signals. That your signals around you were telling you, yeah, I can be a player in this business. Everybody around me seems to think so. So I can do well. So it gives you this sense of confidence. But what was that confidence built on? It was built upon people who are not in the industry, right? They're probably not professional producers. They're probably not music supervisors, editors, music library owners, et cetera, right? Or other producers in the business that have succeeded here. So you're getting this false confidence from people around you, right? That's a big danger. It is, because it might feel good to get great, awesome, positive, pats on the back every time you complete a track. I know how great that feels. It gives you this endorphin, serotonin rush in your brain. But what does that do for your career if it's not based on actual people who are in the industry and giving you actual valuable feedback that can actually help you improve, right? That's the danger. So if you've never had your music professionally critiqued and gotten real feedback from either a mixing and mastering engineer, maybe a music supervisor, or just a producer that's actually succeeded in the field that you want to get into, then you probably don't know where your tracks really need to improve, right? Because all you've been hearing is all this positivity for your entire life. And it can be shocking, I understand, because I'm usually the first person that a lot of producers come to get that kind of raw, critical feedback that they've never gotten in their careers or in their lives ever. And so I know the first time they feel and hear sort of real, I pick your track apart, I tell you what's not working, drums aren't hitting loud enough, the melodies aren't hooking me enough, the track is unfocused, it's in multiple genres, whatever the issue is, I immediately go to the problem and diagnose it and tell you what's not working with it and what you need to do to improve it, or at least try to steer you in a direction to improve it. I obviously don't tell you how to make your music or how to change the thing directly. You are the CEO of your creativity and of your track. So that is not what I do, and that's not for anybody to tell you how to do that, but to steer you in a better direction, to tell you what's not working with your music, or at least why your music is not going to be licensable in this industry, in the music licensing business, okay? So I have a lot of experience doing that for producers for the first time in their careers. And they always tell me the same story every single time. Jesse, that hurt, that stung, that really didn't feel good, because, again, the false confidence bubble that they had around them for their whole lives just got popped. I popped it, okay? And it sucks for the first couple of maybe hours, maybe a day or two. It really sort of feels like you got taken down quite a few pegs, and that doesn't feel good. I understand it. But without any sort of doubt, every time they come back a little bit later and they say, that sucked, but man, I'm so glad I heard that, because now I can make things better. And I had no GPS before. I had no navigation before. I really didn't know. I thought I was heading completely in the right direction. Had no idea I was that far off. I hear this story all the time. Pretty much every week I hear the same story. And so it's encouraging for me to get those kind of stories, because I know that the advice and the knowledge and the feedback that I'm giving is real, right? Because if it's not real, then I would have just told you, yeah, your music is great, good luck. And then you just would have went on going in the wrong direction. And so the fact that I get a little bit of that sort of pushback in the beginning of people feeling a little bit of the sting, it lets me know that what I'm saying is actually ringing true, and it's actually piercing through maybe some false confidence that was built up in them, right? And nobody wants to be the bearer of bad news, but when it comes to success, right? Very few people do succeed in this industry. And the reason why they do succeed is because they're able to get through that bubble popping process and they take it like an adult, right? It sucks. It doesn't feel good, but it's like taking medicine. You know you got to take it. You know you got to sort of swallow it. And once it goes down, you start to feel better, right? Your symptoms go away. You go back to health. It's the same thing in this process that some producers, and I've definitely run across quite a few of them, that when I give my honest, raw feedback, Jesse, you're full of it. You don't know what you're talking about. See you later. And they want to go away. More power to you. I still wish you the best of luck, right? I have no enemies. And I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. And I'm sorry you didn't see what I was trying to do for your music, or you didn't think that I was trying to steer you in the right direction. But trust me when I say this, it is exactly what I'm trying to do. Every single day in this business is steer producers in the right direction. Because Lord knows, most of us are surrounded by people, for better or for worse, are just trying to support us, just trying to give us good feedback. But that does not help us in our music licensing career. We need to get raw, completely professional critiques on our tracks, raw professional feedback on our music. I certainly needed that when I first got started. I was terrible in the beginning, was making horrible tracks that were not licensable. And it was thanks to a couple of professional producers and library owners around me at the time that gave me that feedback and helped me get better. And also other producers, platinum producers that I actually got the privilege of being in the studio with. I would click play on some of my tracks and they would tell me, this is not working, that's not working, go home and do better. And I remember, it sucked. It really hurt in the beginning, but look at where I've come now, right? I always looked at that back then, that if I had taken that feedback and said, well, screw you, you don't know what you're talking about, and I just kept going my other direction, I wouldn't be here, right? I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, doing music full time, right? Expanding my catalog to the massive number of tracks out there circulating that I've done, right? I just wouldn't be able to get to where I am right now without going through that painful period just for a bit. Small amount of pain, a large amount of feeling good and being successful, okay? So this is 10 years of wisdom speaking to you right now. I hope you listen to what I'm saying. You need to get professional feedback on your music. It's the one thing that almost no producers get. Like almost nobody is getting that in their careers. There's just not a lot of services out there for people like that. And even if you can't find a service, if you try to ask a friend or somebody you know, you guys have probably had this situation where you send tracks to somebody that you want that professional critique on, and they drag their feet, they don't get back to you, or they kind of say, oh, sounds good, whatever, they just kind of blow you off. That is not, that is so frustrating, trust me, I know, and I've done that before, many years ago when I was trying to send tracks to people I wanted feedback on. That is so frustrating, and I understand what that feels like. So that's why I put together everything that I put together, because I know that that's a big missing piece for a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you producers that need that feedback and need that critique on your music. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, and remember, subscribe, hit that bell. Anytime I go live, if I have live Q&As, anything like that, you'll be the first to know about it, so you can log in and ask any question you'd like about the music licensing business.